Okay. Okay, fantastic people. Let's start our session. Since today is the first day of our session, let me introduce myself. I am Vijay Sharma. I'm a Google certified cloud architect, Microsoft certified Azure professional. I have experience in AWS also and extensive experience in managing containerized workloads across multiple platforms, even multi-cluster management we are managing. So this is very, very brief about myself. So I have 11 years plus experience in managing Docker, Kubernetes based workloads and working across cloud, on-prem and other things. So this is about myself and I expect you to come forward and just let me know about yourself. What are your expectations and all? Okay, if you can quickly, put it in the chart, like who you are, where are you from, and what are you expecting out of this course? Quickly, like all these beautiful people there, Aditi, Amber, Ravij, Babola, Benjamin, Ernest, Hannah, Krishna, Lalita, Mahesh, Martin, Neeraj, Alumdi, Ram, Sai, Sheikh, Vinay, Vijay, Raj, Syed. So all of you, like I just want you to be interactive. Okay. Basically, who you are, where are you from. If you don't feel like this thing uncomfortable, you can share where from. Otherwise, who you are and what are your expectations from this course. Quickly, if you can put it, that helps me understand like who my students are going to be and how to mold my course accordingly. Okay, Ram says he's a big data engineer. Thanks, Ram. Thank you so much. Where are you from? Krishna already said like he's from Dallas. Thank you, Krishna. Okay, he's SAP basis with AWS and Azure Infra. Very good. Nice. Ram is from Chicago. Good evening, Ram. Vijay is backend engineer from San Jose. Vijay, thanks, Vijay, for joining. Then we have Babalola from US, security professional. Want to learn more about Kubernetes? Absolutely fine. We will go in depth into Kubernetes. We will take one managed Kubernetes, mostly EKS, and we will go deep into that. And we will explain, how to manage and set up production grade clusters, how we implement in enterprise level. Okay, so that's how we are going to learn here. Benjamin says he's from USA. Fantastic, Benjamin. Somebody wrote a big message. Aditi is she's from US and very good. She's a computer science graduate. You have allergen. Very good, very good. Okay, and automation with Selenium. Fantastic. Some expectations have is to further my knowledge with Docker Kubernetes and hopefully pass the CKD. Yeah, sure. By the end of the course, I will also provide the dumps for CCAD also. Okay, that's a additional bonus from my side. Okay, free of cost. Hannah from Dallas, okay, learn Kubernetes and be certified. Fantastic, Hannah. I'm confident that by the end of this course, you will have the necessary knowledge and diligently practice the works, the labs I provide to you. The lab notes, step-by-step guides we will be providing to you, and please implement that, and you will be able to implement. Lalita is from Kadapa. Fantastic. Namaskaram. Welcome to this session, Lalita. Just to add some context to Linux admin. It's fantastic. Sure. You will be a very good Linux admin after this course, and you will have understanding of Docker and containerization also. Ernest from Cameroon, live in Virginia, solutions architect. Fantastic, Cameroon. This course will add, a new angle to your solution architect career. I strongly believe so. I'm working as middleware. Okay, Ramakrishna is saying middleware administrator. Thanks, Ramakrishna. You will be able to learn containerization very quickly here. Ohio here to learn Kubernetes. Sure, sir. Amber, you will be definitely. Tarun Chana, Tarun from Texas. Hey, hi, Tarun. Good to see you back, Tarun. Nice, nice. Yeah, good to see you, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How is your GCP thing going on? Yeah, nice. I know Tarun from GCP. He's very active student, and he was very, inquisitive. He raises many queries, and he learns a lot. I love people who interact with me, and So from the basic thing, from the same Tarun, I extend the same promise of delivering what I promised, giving all the notes, labs, and the necessary these things, dumps and other things. I'm from Kalburgi, Neeraj. I think he's Neeraj, right? The name is a little bit okay. Neeraj says I'm from Kalburgi, Karnataka. Network engineer. Fantastic, Neeraj. Thanks for joining. Krishna, can you pretend whether AWS cloud provider for deploying the cluster by end of today's session? Today's session is more about mostly about overview of the entire course. So if you want uh, to know AWS cloud provider in Terraform, then yeah, definitely as a part of Kubernetes deployment using Terraform, I would be giving you Terraform scripts. Okay, you can directly take that script, implement in your local environment, whichever locally or cloud-based VM. Run those script, create a Terraform. If you want Terraform cloud, you can create. If possible, if time permits, I will take one session, not in the regular weekdays. I will take one weekend session for Terraform Cloud. Okay, that would help you in your interviews and all. Then yeah, Krishna, I'll do that. But not today's session. Because this I need to provide, right? So I'll provide. Sai from Singapore says, like Linux engineer planning to do a certification. How can we migrate to on-prem? How can we migrate on-prem servers to Kubernetes? Yes, Sai, migration is a important topic we are going to learn during our seventh or eighth session. I will briefly touch upon because we will be mostly working on cloud-based Kubernetes, but I will take one example of Kubedium-based cluster or Minikube-based cluster, and I will show you how do we migrate Kubernetes configurations and package them into Helm charts and package our application manifests and then migrate. How to do that, I will show you. Tarun, yeah, sure. Welcome, Tarun. Kiran, yeah, sure. Welcome. Reena Rajan from Hyderabad. Hey, hi, good morning, Reena. Fantastic weather today in Hyderabad. I'm Azure DevOps engineer, gain knowledge on Docker and Kubernetes. Yes, sure, definitely. You will be given extensive knowledge on Kubernetes. The onus is on you to work hard, diligently practice what I provide you in the labs. Only then, you will understand. See, listening is one thing. Practicing at your end is very, very important aspect, right? If you don't understand, come back and ask. That is the more interactive way. Viraj is from Ohio, want to get certified. Fantastic, Viraj. You will definitely. Aditi cover Podman too. No, Aditi, the course doesn't cover Podman. We stick to Docker, Kubernetes, managed Kubernetes like EKS. I'll also show you for those Azure and GCP guys. I'll show you how to set up AKS and GKE also. But extensive labs will be on EKS based. How long is the course duration? Will be at the same time today. Yes, Prudviraj, timing will be same. We will be taking 15 sessions, 15 to plus or minus 3 sessions in case there is a public holiday, right? You all know, like in India we have 15th of August as public holiday, so we might not be having it. So like plus or minus 2 days to 3 days. Exceptionally, one more day for our project. That is very important. That I will be taking for a stretch of 2 to 3 hour session at end of the course. So yeah, Prithvi, I hope I have answered everyone's question. So let's go into the question, our session and take up the questions later after some time. Okay, guys, give me a second. So we at Logic Lab Technologies are presenting Docker and Kubernetes training. I am Vijay Sharma. I'm certified GCP architect and Microsoft certified professional and extensive experience in tackling the workloads both on-prem and cloud-based. So most of you know, but still, if there are any pressures, just to give you a high-level overview, why do we need to learn Docker and Kubernetes in 2024? Okay, so why? See, basically, Docker and Kubernetes, these terms, right, might look complicated to you, sometimes very confusing to you, but to summarize why we need these tools, these are simply automation tools. Okay, these tools help us in streamlining the way we work with softwares and software deployments. How they do it, what are the complexities involved, all are the topics for tomorrow and the day after tomorrow's I mean that means the future classes. But essentially, when you hear about Docker and Kubernetes, understand one thing, that these tools are there to help us in packaging our applications and deploying them wherever we want. Like for example, you want to deliver a package from, let's say, USA to India, right? Okay. Now, once, let's say you have some books to parcel or a gift to your friend. Okay. Now, what do? you don't directly give it to the courier person, right? Like you don't go to FedEx and give the gift directly. What do? You keep it in a carton or package and neatly seal it off so that it will be protected. If needed, you cushion it, and then you give the address and delivery details, right? Now, if the FedEx guy says that, hey, sorry, we don't deliver to that location, then what do? You take that package, you don't do any difference, you go to another provider, right? What do? You go to maybe someone else, like in India, we have multiple providers like DDDC and all. Let's say like you go to another courier provider and give the same parcel. You don't change anything, right? That guy says, hey, yes, we deliver to nook and corner of India. We will deliver it. Then you give that to it, right? So essentially, Docker and Kubernetes does the same job, guys. Okay, Docker does packaging. It creates containers. It creates images, and we spin out containers from that Docker and run it on any machine we want, irrespective of the underlying configuration. Basically, it is OS agnostic tool. Agnostic in the sense it is indifferent to the tool OS which is underlying, and then that containers can be run. Now, Kubernetes is a in Greek called captain. What does captain do? Ship captain do? It guides. It manages the environment. It keeps tabs on everything. It knows what, when, who should do what job and everything, right? So Kubernetes is like the control person or the captain who takes care of all these containers, when a container should run, how much time it should run, when it should start, and when it should be restarted, all the life cycle it will manage. Okay, that's called orchestration. So Docker and Kubernetes, basically what it does, they help us in delivering the applications built by our developers faster enough so that our business or the what do you call our organization or the client would benefit from first to market advantage. So we are in a cutthroat market. So basically, industry demand means there is the industries at the cutthroat competition level with fast with much faster time to market expected. So Docker and Kubernetes help in meeting this demand. Then the job market. It is about you and me, guys. Okay, we are all want to grow up in our careers. Like if you are a fresher, you want to get job quickly. If you are an experienced personnel, you want to grow up. You need to beat the competition. You need to get that promotion. You need to get that on-site opportunities. How do we do that? Like job market, in the current job market, everybody is expected to learn these basic or niche skills. Okay, Docker and Kubernetes are expected from .NET developer to whatnot, like backend developer, and essentially for DevOps, it's like bread and butter, right? Like you must be experienced and you must have expertise in these tools. Okay, so in job market nowadays, everybody is expecting people to learn these tools. Then if you want to, as I mentioned, skilling up, if you want to just learn for the sake of learning, beautiful. Like I'm a believer in lifelong learning. If you are here to just learn, upgrade yourself, expand your horizon, and learn, beautiful. Docker and Kubernetes will help you different way of different perspective of thinking. Okay, that opens up a different way how you can plan and schedule your applications and all. Maybe in future you can use it. Okay, right? So then future proof your career. Yeah, the uncertainties are there in the world out today, whether because of war or whether because of elections or uncertainties are there. So our careers are always at stake in IT industry. So in order to future proof your career, learn these new niche skills, keep them in your arsenal, and apply them in your interview whenever they are required. So that is why in 2024. Then there are challenges. Okay, out there are many courses, recorded courses, but they're outdated. Yeah, like um, you know would they provide you latest advancements? No. Would they provide you real time question and answers? When you leave a comment, when do they reply? So all these are challenges, right? So we at Logic Lab, with this live course, I would like to promise you to provide real time guidance. Like with my 12 years of experience, whatever I have gained in building from scratch to the production grade infrastructure, we have set up a world class production grade infrastructure on Azure and GCP, and take that experience, give it to you. How do you set up a production grade Kubernetes cluster underlying Docker containers, how do you set up? So that experience will help you a lot when you go ahead. Okay, and we will be providing one end-to-end project, so that whenever you can put that code and the project, take the diagram, put it in your GitHub, showcase to your interviewers. You can do that, and the curriculum is uh, as is up to date, and we will be covering some like new advancements. Some are still in beta, things like Docker build summaries, and I'll be dealing with you how to use customize. And then Kubernetes, some advanced concepts we will try to cover. So basically, what we want to give is a live course is definitely more 100 times more beneficial to you and adds value to you than a recorded course. So that's why we are here to help you. And you can stop me, you can raise a question whenever you have doubts, and we'll be clearing your doubts as soon as you raise it. So till here, any doubts before I go touch upon the basics of Docker, touch upon the requirement of why we need Docker, and give you a short story of how to use Docker and Kubernetes. Will this course help for certification? If you're talking about CCAD, yes, certified Kubernetes administrator or certified Kubernetes developer, this course will help you, and I will provide you after the end of the course, or by the end of the course, we will provide you CKA dumps. Okay, certified Kubernetes administrator dumps will be provided. Yes, Dheeraj, that was I was about to say. Yes, dumps will be provided. Narendra Chakar raised his hand. Yes, Narendra, one second. Mhm, mm, okay. Okay, where is it? Mhm, one second. Yes, Narendra, you can unmute yourself and ask your query.
No, sorry, it's by mistake. I got touched.
Okay, no worries, no worries. I'll mute you. We will take the question from Varun. Hey, Varun, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, hello, sir. So
Hi.
my question here was that this program, this course, we
Mhm.
need, we need some suggestion or guidance from you that this course is for which audience, like which audience should be doing this course.
Okay. Anybody who is currently in IT environment, who is working with this agile methodology, the software development life cycle in a modern way, everybody needs some understanding of your Docker and Kubernetes. Because if you are a developer, then you need to package your applications. You need to write your Docker files as a developer. Your DevOps person would expect a Docker file from you and build that. If you are a DevOps engineer, obviously sometimes you might have to take that Docker file, or you might have to build your own Docker file. So to me, whoever is in the IT industry, whether a fresher or an experienced guy, would benefit from this course. So it's a very vast audience. It would help most of the software professionals. Hope I have cleared your doubt. So, guys, we will quickly take the rest of the doubts from Priyabrata and Paranitaran in few more minutes. Let's go ahead and cover some more topics, and then we'll come back. Okay. So let's go to Paint now. Uh, uh, one second, guys. One second. Dheeraj, yeah. I think Varun, I have cleared your question, right? If you're clear, just put a note in the chat that you are clear. Otherwise, if you have any follow-up question, please put it in the chat. So that's about. Thanks for asking that question. As I have mentioned, this course caters to wide participants, whoever you are, whatever stage you are in the IT industry, or I would say like in the software development environment, at whatever level you are. Even if you are a PMO, sometimes it might help you. Okay, when you are organizing your user stories and setting up, planning the sprints and all, who knows, like it might help you. Okay, this program should be taken by development professional, and both the answer is both, Varun. Both. This will give in-depth knowledge about Docker and Kubernetes. If you're a developer and you want understanding of the DevOps and Kubernetes, then also it would help. If you're already DevOps professional or move into DevOps field, you need to have expertise and in-depth understanding. Then definitely this course provides. So yeah, it can be taken by both. That's the answer. What is the prerequisite for this class? I will give you Babalola very, very basic prerequisites. If you know how to, run few commands in Linux, that would be great. If you're still new to Linux and you don't know like how to run those commands, I will take 5 to 10 minutes of maybe second or third session to give you some high level overview about Linux. So essentially, I will try to give as much as possible, but understanding of software development lifecycle is good, appreciated, but still, I would say that I would start with scratch as much as possible, and then give you a high level overview to some basics, and then take it so that you won't feel any missing gaps in your understanding. Yes, Linux command will be great. Sure, Ebanga, we will be providing that. So let's go to our story quickly. Okay, we are here. Okay, let's say you are a DevOps engineer or you are a individual contributor, like a one-man army in your a small team where you are developing an application using Java. Okay, you are the developer, or let's say DevOps guys. Let's say one more thing. Now you are expected by your manager to package your application. One second, what's happening? Okay, okay. Hmm. Guys, you are able to see my screen, the paint screen. Can you just confirm in the chat? Okay, thanks, Vijay. Thanks for confirming. Thanks, Aditi. Thanks, everyone, for confirming. I was a little confused when it switched back to. Okay, whether you are a developer or DevOps engineer, your task is to build an application, right? You write the code. What do? You write the necessary code for your application, and you take that code and push it to your repository. Let's say you are using GitHub as your repository, and then you push it to your repository. Now, once you have pushed it to repository and raise a PR to your lead saying that, hey, merge it to my main branch, or do a code review and then if you find if it is fitting, then push it. Then this will be deployed into something called a developer environment. Okay, this developer environment is something. Environment means nothing but some infrastructure with the necessary supporting ancillary services. For example, if I say dev environment, it includes the underlying infra, whether it is Kubernetes based or it is just a VM, and the configuration to support this application. So the developer environment is nothing but a place where your application can run comfortably. Now, what happens? The usual problem is that it you let's say Varun or some Bablola would have would have developed that script, developed that code in his own machine. Okay, the common problem is that when they take it to when they take it to uh, when they take it to the development environment, it crashes. It doesn't run. Okay, then the actual struggle starts. The developer or the DevOps engineer says it works on my machine. There is a common, a fun phrase called WOMM problem. Okay, it works on my machine. Why is it not working on your environment? Okay, that is the common problem we face. Okay, and while it was running in developer's machine, but it is not working in the deployment environment, or let's say it was working fantastic in dev environment, but when it is taken to stage QA or prod, it fails to work. It is very horrible stage, right? When it doesn't run, the primary understanding here is that the way developers test has to be identical to the environments where they are running. So the code with its dependencies have to be somehow packaged in a way so that What did I say? The example of the FedEx, right? Wherever you take that package or wherever you take that code, it should run. No matter, irrespective of the OS, irrespective of the underlying infrastructure, my application, how I test it, should work anywhere I deploy. Like tomorrow, who knows? We might have to migrate this application from this on-prem to cloud. Someone was asking, right? So then also my application should work. So what is the way ahead? How do we make sure that our applications, which are built, should religiously go and deploy and run? Okay, they should not crash. Okay, how do we do that? For that purpose, we we come up, the brilliant minds of the field come up with something called packaging the application. So there are two terminologies which you will be hearing a lot. Okay, container, image. What are these? Let's briefly discuss, as this is the first demo session, so we will briefly discuss. We have a lot to cover. So these brilliant minds, what they thought. So let's do one thing. This is the code, right? Let's say there is a Java code. Now, what we need to do, we need to compile it, we need to package it along with its dependencies and create a template for this. That means, that means a packaging with the code and any dependencies required for the code. For example, libraries, some other things required for the code to run properly. Everything, I like, which like, what do you call, like, whatever it requires in a self-sufficient manner. Take this, and wherever you want to deploy, in whichever environment you want to deploy this as a copy or a replica of this thing, then we call it as container. Okay, so what I'm saying now, let's say you are a architect. Okay, what do? You first draw a blueprint and then build your infra, or if you're a civil engineer or a architect, like, then what do? You build, plan the entire structure, and then you give that blueprint, and based on the blueprint, n number of houses are, buildings or anything can be constructed, right? So similar manner, this is called a image. Okay, and this is called container. Image is a template. Okay, container is a real-time or runtime version of this image, working copy of it. Okay, that means in the application which is running in a particular environment, in a particular place, is called a container, whereas the template to that container, where the necessary blueprint is located, is called image. Now, where you can ask, like, Vijay, what is Docker doing in all of this? Docker is the tool which helps in building and running these containers. Okay, it has something called, Docker engine, which will help in creating the image, and it will take the Docker file, which is essentially a set of instructions, and convert them, use them, and create a image. And also it will have the necessary environment to test the container. Okay, so basically Docker is a tool to containerize your application. What does containerize means? To package your applications and dependencies into images and run them in form of containers. Okay, so this is very high level overview, but we will be going in depth in from tomorrow class onwards. Now, why do we need Kubernetes? You might say, why do we need Kubernetes? Now, I have a container. Now, in real world, each container is essentially a microservice, right? In Amazon, when you open a Flipkart, or when you open any e-commerce website app, so you will see multiple features in it, like cart, products, and customer support service, and your profile. So there are multiple options. So what happened during the software development life cycles, there are there was earlier a single set of code for entire application called monolithic way of software building. Later on, what people thought, whenever we want to troubleshoot, debug our applications, then and are also test it, the monolithic way of building applications is not suitable for today's fast-paced software development. So what they came up with something called microservices-based architecture. So when you say microservices-based architecture, what they do, if there is a big application with multiple functionalities involved, they will they will split that application into loosely coupled set of features or set of functionalities and convert them into services which are slightly interdependent but loosely coupled. That means each one is in and of itself is a small microservice. That means we can update the code of this particular microservice without affecting the functionality of the other services. So that is the understanding behind it. So when this technology of microservices based architecture evolved, Docker with its containerized platform helped in containerizing these microservices and running them using the help of Kubernetes. I'll come to that in a minute. Now Docker helps in containerizing this microservice, and set of microservice can be deployed into a environment and call the whole thing will work as a single application. So when you open Amazon app or something, or Netflix, you won't see that there are it the entire thing is a single entity to you as a user, as a consumer. Netflix is a simple thing. Whether you go to movies dashboard or shows or my Netflix page, you see entirely seamlessly integrated into one thing. But behind that, there are hundreds of microservices working together to give you that impression. So for that purpose, all these containers which are running, right, uh, all these containers will be working together seamlessly by talking together using something. I won't confuse you by giving all the complicated names like gateways and other things. But essentially, the idea is that all these containers will work together loosely coupled in the sense they will not have tight dependency with each other. That means if I upgrade the code of one microservice, it should not affect the other micros, something like that. There should not be dependency, but there should be connectivity and calls should happen. So basically, these microservice, when there are hundreds of microservice, you need some way of managing them, right? Humanly and basically understand these containers are short-lived, ephemeral. That means their lifespan, sometimes they crash, sometimes the code might crash. So you need to quickly, like within milliseconds, you need to spin up another containers in its place to bring it up. So in that cases, it is humanly not possible to manage them manually, each of the containers. So we need another tool to take care of the life cycle of these containers. Okay, whatever the containers I am running, these containers should be managed as a package, and their life cycle, when a container should start and when should it be restarted, all these things should be managed by one more tool that is called orchestration tool. One of the topmost orchestration tool or widely used tool is called Kubernetes. Okay, there are other orchestration tools, but we won't be discussing them. We will be focusing exclusively on Kubernetes and Docker. Somebody was asking, like, can you discuss Podman? No, we will be discussing Docker as a containerization tool and Kubernetes as an orchestration tool. Maybe in the future sessions, I would give you the differences between different containerization tools and different orchestration tools. Okay, why we need to go to Kubernetes and why not something else. So we have multiple options out there, but essentially we will discuss it in future sessions, so don't worry about that. So this is a brief overview of why you need Docker and why you need Kubernetes. So let's go to till here. Any questions, guys? Any doubts? Let me go to chat to understand. Syed Imran, please start with basics and catch. I am high school student starting my life in IT. Syed, I will start from absolute basics. Like let's say like from software development, how it starts. But this is not a full-fledged DevOps course, so we won't be covering CI/CD tools and all. But we will be talking how to integrate with CI/CD tools and all. So we will be covering that. Are we gonna have notes one can go over? Yes, we will be giving you slides, notes, and the video recorded sessions, and any extra dumps and all, we will provide you all those things. Sandeep Tapa says, what kind of project we'll be doing, which tools will be used for deploying. Sandeep Tapa, this is the first session. So we will be, you are talking about what kind of project, right? The project will be dealt at the end once you get grips into what what are the necessary things. For example, I would say like you will be developing a sample application. You will be pushing the code to GitHub, and you will run a pipeline, most probably Jenkins based pipeline, package them into a Docker image, push it into a Docker Hub, and then deploying into EKS cluster. So this would be, and troubleshooting or managing the thing using Helm tool, packaging them into using a Helm tool. So we will be broadly working. Essentially, the project will replicate how the industry in enterprise scenario, how a deployment lifecycle would happen. Similar way, our project will replicate, so that it will not be something like a toy project. It will be a real time project. Okay, so don't worry about that. Paijanathan says, okay, sorry. Yeah, Sandeep Thapa is done. Venkata is asking, as a part of this, are you going to cover microservices too? See, microservices is the ocean, right? Like, but what I can say, I would say that architecture-wise, we will touch upon, but coming into microservices is again, that's a different ball game together. So deploying microservices, building microservices is a completely different way. But I would say, like, if there are set up 4 microservices, I would tell you like how they are interacting with each other, and when we build a Docker application or Docker image, how we should build it so to suit the needs. That much I can cover. uh, Bharani Taran says, prior knowledge on AWS and DevOps is required to learn Kubernetes and attend this session. I will provide you necessary inputs, Bharani Taran. Like, for example, if you are new to AWS, I would make sure that, like, I will give you a document wherein you can create a new free trial account, and I will give you step-by-step guide on how to create a VM, how to create a cluster for your needs. Okay, so need not worry about. But always it is important that you do extra homework from your side also. It is very, very important. So not everything can be covered in 1 hour session, right? So whatever you get doubts, first Google them, try to clear. If not, you come to me. Like, always, we are here to support you. I have learned AWS. You will be teaching from AWS or Azure or GCP. See, mostly we'll be using AWS for this course. But Kubernetes, managed Kubernetes cluster building, right? Since people are out there with multiple cloud backgrounds, I will be using I will be taking dedicated one session for using or building Kubernetes in different environments like AWS, like AKS, EKS, and GKE. That much I can tell, but mostly we will be using AWS for our purposes. I am a Linux admin. Can I upgrade myself directly to Docker Kubernetes, or cloud knowledge is mandatory? It is important to have, in a job market perspective, I'm talking about, Faizan. It is very good asset if you know cloud also. But learning this course, cloud is not mandatory, but I can provide you something. But when you go out to job market, people will ask you, that is the question you will get, whether you are aware of any one cloud. At least they will ask. So it would be better if you go through any of the course. For example, we have a fantastic GCP course delivered by me. Sorry for the self promotion. We have other fantastic trainers also who have provided AWS and Azure based courses in Logic Lab Technologies. You can choose any of our courses. Get trained in any of the one cloud is mandatory. So Prudhviraj says, how long will be Docker image code will you be training? Sorry, I didn't get the question, but let me try to understand. Will be Docker image code which you will be training? Okay, what I understand is you are talking about Docker part. So in Docker, building an image using a Docker file is 1 to 2 sessions. That is sufficient I will try to give you from scratch to understanding each component. So it would take like 2 to 3 sessions at max, because the whole course itself is 15 to 17 days course. So I would say like we will be definitely giving you the necessary knowledge. We'll be using multi-node cluster. Yeah, definitely, Sandeep. Managed Kubernetes when we go. See, first for on-prem purposes, we will be demonstrating Minikube, a single node cluster. But when we go to cloud, we'll be creating only multi-node clusters only. Don't worry about that. Why we are triggering Jenkins pipeline always through Docker? No, not through Docker. Your question is slightly confusing. Can we trigger Jenkins through Kubernetes? Okay. Abdul's question is relevant question for everyone. Okay. Now, for those who are new to DevOps and are someone who might be a fresher and try to learn, understand that, let's say there is a train. Okay, train. You travel to train, right? The train can be used to carry passengers, or the train can be used to carry freight, the freight carriers, right? That means cargo and coal and other things, right? So now the pipeline, Jenkins pipeline, think of it as a train, okay, without any passengers or freight. Now it is up to us whether we transfer just the code or the image or use it for any purpose. The transporting tool or the CI/CD pipeline is one of the CI/CD platform is Jenkins. Now, what you deliver, what you transfer is up to you. So whether it is a Docker image you are building and pushing it to Docker Hub or any private registry, it's up to you. Now, Jenkins is a medium. It helps you to automate the workflow. So tomorrow we will discuss at length about DevOps workflow to give you a clear understanding of where the Docker and Kubernetes come and fit in your software development lifecycle. So don't worry about Abdul. We will give you clear understanding. Vijay will be using GCP for managed Kubernetes cluster or AWS. We will create a GKE cluster and give you necessary understanding, but much of the troubleshooting will happen in EKS. But we'll be touching for the sake of my students who have joined from GCP course and other students who have Azure understanding. We will be showing you how to create a Azure Kubernetes cluster and a Google Kubernetes Engine GKE cluster. We will show you how to step by step how to create, but the principles behind managing a cluster remain the same. So don't worry about which cloud provider you are using. Try to understand the concept, guys. Okay, understand the foundation. Strengthen your foundation. Play the game as you like. Okay, so don't worry. Sandeep Tapa, okay. Killer code, we will give you for Docker and Kubernetes, but these playgrounds are not much helpful after a certain point of time. Definitely not for enterprise level applications. So in order to give your interviewer the impression that you have real time understanding, I strongly suggest you create free trial accounts, and I will give you the step by step how to create cloud-based free trial accounts so that you can deploy your clusters. But playgrounds are to a level helpful, but not much. For Linux admin, how can it be useful? Okay, let's say you are a Linux admin, and now you want to create multiple Linux VMs for your applications. For example, you need to create VMs for managing something like a agent. Okay, some agents are there which are running on Ubuntu. Now you don't need to choose a separate VMware VM. What you can do, you can package the entire Ubuntu based whatever agent or whatever OS based application you need, and then deploy into a cluster, or you run those Docker containers as individual VMs. So as a Linux admin, you can you can optimize your resources and deploy multiple containers as a VM, and understand containers as a VM. Tomorrow we will understand difference between all these things. Okay, don't get confused. So it will definitely help you in managing your resources. What do you do, Lalita, when your VM or a Linux VM crashes? Okay, how much time it will take you to spin up a new VM? uh, it would take some minutes, right? But what if you can spin up a new VM or troubleshoot it, or spin up a new alternative in seconds? That would help you as an admin, right? So there will be minimal downtime. So that's how it helps. So Prithviraj, will you give insights on Helm for? Yes, sir. We will be giving you Helm chart. We will take a dedicated session to provide you how to package using Helm and deploy our applications using Helm. It is very important to uh, peripheral tool, but we will be touching upon it. I'm new to cloud. Can I join this course without knowing cloud? Yes, Narendra, you can learn, because this is more about the principles of tools called Docker and Kubernetes, how they can be deployed on cloud. Cloud is a platform, right? I will give you steps. You implement those steps to create a free tier account and deploy these things and start. But I won't give you 100% knowledge on cloud. That is not the goal of this course. We have course to learn cloud, but prerequisite wise, whatever basic knowledge you need, I will provide. Lalita, for that we can use Ansible. No, Ansible is a configuration management tool, Lalita. You manage the configurations. You create infra using Terraform. But how do you spin up or orchestrate or manage the life cycle of the VMs? Of course, you can write a Ansible module for that, but still, time frame I'm talking about. Okay, how much time that Ansible also takes to spin up a new one? Think about the way how you spin up these things. Abdul, how can we trigger Jenkins pipeline through Kubernetes? Should not, right, sir? Meaning Jenkins are okay. Well, I will discuss how to create Jenkins images and run those as Jenkins containers. Whether you are using Docker, Docker desktop or Kubernetes, you can use it. You can use it, Abdul. If your question is that, yes, we can use it. Vijay Raj, I got the calendar invite for this course only until August 11th. We'll get more calendar invites for the rest of the classes later. The reason is that you will understand in like few minutes. Okay, this doubt will be cleared in 5 minutes. Okay, guys. Now let's go to the overview of the course agenda. What we are going to discuss in our course and other things. So we'll start with basic overview of software development life cycles, which is not mentioned here because some of the freshers are very new, or people who are new to DevOps and cloud are there. I will be briefly touching tomorrow how software development life cycle will be there. That then we'll go to Docker introduction and then give you an architecture how Docker works, and then we'll discuss about how the basics of Docker. What are the Docker host, client, daemon, and registry, all these terminologies. Then we'll go to deep dive. What are the commands used? And also, in order to understand deep dive, little bit of Linux knowledge is needed. So I'll touch upon what is Linux, why, and basically like 15 to 20 minutes introduction, so that you will not get confused or stuck because of if you are not new, if you are new to Linux. So that basic understanding will be provided before we go to deep dive. Then we'll go to practical understanding of how to run applications using Docker, and how to use Dockerfile, how to build a Dockerfile. And another added advantage is I will show you how to use AI, artificial intelligence, to build your Docker files in a quicker manner. Okay, so multi-stage Docker files will be discussing. We'll be discussing Docker networking, Docker volumes, and how to push the images into registries called Docker registry, or any private registries like ECR, ACR, and GCR or artifact registry. So there will be some advanced multi-stage Docker builds to optimize our image size and all. So we will go to that. Then we'll start with Kubernetes. Docker is a prerequisite for Kubernetes. So we'll go to Kubernetes after Docker understanding. We'll start with why Kubernetes, what are the orchestration, what is the architecture of Kubernetes, and then how to install Kubernetes in local using Minikube and kubeadm. And then we'll go to managed Kubernetes. We will discuss how to set up AWS EKS, AKS, and GKE. Okay, so don't worry about that. But underlying principles remain the same. When you take a deployment, when you take an application, package it, and deploy it using Helm. principles are similar, whether you are using AKS or GK. It's all about the cover of the book. Underlying content is same, so don't get worried. Kubernetes, we will discuss about in depth about what are the each and every objects of the Kubernetes, and then we will talk about advanced concepts like how do we do load balancing, what are the services, excuse me, how do we use core DNS and how do DNS resolution and all. We'll discuss about storage related things, PVCs and and volumes and volume classes, mounts and other things. Then we'll go to workloads, how to config maps, how to create secrets, how to pull the secrets if there are any external secret managers, how to do that, and then what are imageable policies, and then other practical examples we will see. Scheduling is very important. We will see how do we do scheduling, how to create multiple nodes. Someone was asking, right? Will we discuss multiple nodes? Yes, we will be discussing multiple nodes. We will show you how to deploy some applications to specific nodes and not to other nodes, something like that. And then very important topic called security. We will understand how to secure your Kubernetes cluster both at network level and also at application workload level, namespace level. We will understand network policies, how to isolate our applications and other things. Then we'll go to understanding ingress, egress, how to build a ingress controller, how to traffic, how do we do host based routing. For example, your application is called xyz.com, like Dheeraj.com. Now, how when a end user tries to reach like you have you have your own application like xyz.com slash your place slash your work slash your profile. Now, when a request comes and the user wants to know your place, by that means xyz slash place, then how the request is routed to that particular microservice. So that is called hostname or path based routing. We will understand those things. Backup and restore we will understand, and then monitoring. We will understand how to monitor our Kubernetes using both the cloud provider based and also third party like Prometheus and display through Grafana. So we will discussing briefly about Prometheus tool and how to use it for this. And most importantly, uh, as a as a valuable uh, student who repose trust on me and trust on large lab technologies. So as a part of this course, we are happy to provide some bonuses along with this course, absolutely free of cost. First one is we already have a full-fledged course on Prometheus and Grafana. Okay, we have Prometheus and Grafana are monitoring and observability tools. That means how to get your Kubernetes or Docker or VMs metrics, and then how to visualize them, how to send alerts and other things. This course is absolutely free for those who enroll in this uh, Docker and Kubernetes. So this is my course which we have completed recently. So you can get absolute access to this free of cost, and then we will provide you some resume for your job search, which will be focused on Docker and Kubernetes, which will have multiple. Then you can customize those resumes and use it. We will be delivering very important real-time project, which will give you a view into how in enterprises a production grade cluster or production grade thing will be set up. So then we will be giving you latest updates whenever some new updates will be there. We will be sending you information and we'll be adding the content to the course portal. Then interview tips and techniques. We are planning actually course for from a long time to give exclusive course on this thing. We will see. Okay, we will think about that. Coming to the course, as I have mentioned, it is starting from today, and from tomorrow onwards, actual in-depth understanding and in-depth course will start. It will be there for 15 to 17 days, excluding public holidays. Saturday and Sunday, the course will not be there. The course will be there from Monday to Friday, and the course fee is Indian rupees for 4,720 and USD. This thing. If you need any support, like someone was asking, like links I don't have, so I will be pasting the link for the payment link and also the WhatsApp chat. Everyone, please join this WhatsApp group for the intimation for any course related information and everything. We please join this WhatsApp group and you will be getting intimation. And now, for those who have any queries regarding like payment and other things, please contact our support team in these numbers. Okay, these are India-based numbers. Please try to contact on these numbers. If you want to drop a mail, we have support at the race Logics Lab. This thing, support at the race logicslabtech.com. Please go through this, and also these are our links. Go to our website, go to Telegram group. Please join our Telegram group. These are our YouTube. You can go to our past videos and past things and all. So let me drop the support at the rest, this the whole thing in the chat. I don't know whether we can copy paste this. Okay. Okay. Support the logic labs tech.com. Okay. So this is the support mail ID. Please contact them. Now, what are the questions you have? Please let me know. There are so many people who have raised their questions. Dheeraj, you can unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, hi, sir.
Hi.
Thank you for all the information.
Sure.
And the extra bonus for this Prometheus, and that is also very much helpful. So thank you for that.
Sure.
Okay, and I have one question. Like all the documents and the recordings and PPTs will be provided, right?
Yes. Every PPT, the recording of the course, and any additional lab steps. Okay,
Okay.
all these things will be provided to you in your course portal. Once forget to tell you, the first 3 days will be demos. Okay, today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, meaning Monday, will be free of cost to everyone to audit this course. But from the next day onwards, you will have to register for the course. Only registered participants will have access to the entire course content. Okay, is it clear, Dheeraj?
Yes, it's one more last thing.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, it is a repeated one. This regarding certification, I can do the certification after completing the course with the dumps
We
you
will
given,
provide
right?
you dumps and we will provide you necessary understanding. If there are any obviously certification needs few more theoretical concepts other than these courses, then there you need to cover by yourself. But whatever the scope of this course pertaining to CK is concerned, we will provide you that necessary dumps and necessary contents.
Okay, based upon with those, I can clear that.
Yeah, sure, right.
Okay, because my
Time
main motive
is
for this.
when you say I can clear, you need to practice. Okay,
Yeah,
that is
definitely, yes.
different things. When I give you dumps, right, you practice them a number of times, a number of questions. If you solve like 300 or 400 questions, it becomes very. It's not the dumps are there to help you. Not that exact question will come, but the mindset of the examiner will be very accustomed to you, so that you will feel at ease during the examination. So content will provide, terms will provide, practice is at your plate. So you need to do the necessary practicing.
Sure, definitely. And any other support we'll be getting for the certification?
Yeah, we will be providing you the support mail ID and also my personal mail ID I will provide. But at the end of the course, for future purpose, like if you maybe down the line after a few months, you might have a question about the course, or you might be trying a new job and you get you need some info or something. I can provide you my personal ID, but only at the end of the course. But till the course, you need to drop doubts and everything in the course portal or to the support at the lab, or in the you can clear your doubt during the session also.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sure. You can mute yourself. And then we'll have Hannah. We'll take two more questions and we will wind up the session. Already we are running short. So Hannah, do you want to ask any doubt? You can unmute and
Good evening, sir. Good morning. Thank you for this opportunity. I just want to know if you're going to be sharing these slides with us. And also, if you don't mind, can you reshare the slide where it has the Telegram link, please?
Okay. You are talking about okay, 1 second. Yeah.
The slide where you had the Telegram link where we can join the Telegram.
Yes. I got it. This one, right? This one.
Yes,
Telegram.
sir. Thank you. I just want to take a snapshot. Thank you.
Yeah, please go ahead. I also can copy all these things and put it in our chat.
In the chat. Thank you.
Yeah, that would be helpful for you. Okay. As a humble request to everyone, please go through these groups. join the WhatsApp chat. WhatsApp chat, please, mandatory, please mention. Abdul, 1 second, Abdul. I'll come to this specific query about your YAML file. Coming back to this WhatsApp group, please join this WhatsApp group for any information. And support team is available from 9 a.m. India time to 7 p.m. And you can contact them. So Hannah, is that your doubt clear? Anything else is there?
Yes, sir. I also wanted to know if you're going to be sharing these slides with us after the class.
Yeah. See, that's what all registered participants of the course will be shared the slides, but
Okay.
first few days, since everybody will not have access to portal, the videos will be recorded and will be, I think it will be present in the YouTube also for the first 1-2 days, the demo sessions. Later on, you can open the course portal, you will find the slides. I will show you how to open the portal, how to access the portal, how to see the slides, how to see the recordings, how to access any extra content and all, Hannah. Once you register, you will have access.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Hannah. Thanks for your time. You please mute. Then we'll go to Krishna Kumar. Krishna, you have any doubt? Please, you can unmute and ask your questions.
Hi, Vijay.
Hey, hi, Krishna.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm based out of Dallas. So, few of the links, like the payment links or the SharePoint links, right? Whenever we are trying to access, even after paying the payment fee, I mean, that code fee we are not able to access. So, as we are based out of like US, right? Even we cannot reach on these numbers. So, is there any
Yeah, I have given you, the support mail ID also. Can you drop a screenshot with the thing, and we will arrange a call back for you.
Yeah, please.
If you have a
So-
WhatsApp number, Krishna, do one thing. Drop a mail to the support@Logic Lab Technologies with your WhatsApp number so that our team can connect you and clear your queries.
Can you share the WhatsApp number? Is that okay?
No, it's actually against the policy. That is the reason why we cannot share. Logic Lab Technologies has a policy of not sharing trainer's personal number with trainees.
Oh, okay.
But I can share my personal mail ID at the end of the course. Till the course, I will be there dealing with you, right? Interacting with you. So you can clear your queries. My personal mail ID will be given to you at the end of the course. You can drop me whatever queries you have.
Basically what I'm trying to ask is once after paying this payment fee, right? Whatever these videos, notes, whatever are there, right? They will be uploaded in a SharePoint, right?
Yes, correct. In the portal, there will be a graphic portal. We will like LMS. You will get access to all those details.
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically not able to access. Is it because of any
Second, let's see if someone from the support team is there. Okay, can you do me a favor, Krishna? Can you drop a mail to support? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Support@logiclabtechnologies.com and mention your WhatsApp number in that, or mention your whichever contact details in to this mail ID. They will try to reach out to you. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
They will clear all your doubts. Definitely.
I have my India number. Still, I'm
Please.
using.
You don't share it in this chat. This is a public chat.
No. I'll send in that email, that WhatsApp number.
Yeah, there you go. And okay, guys, since we have crossed, we'll take the rest of the doubts tomorrow. And for today, if somebody has some queries, tomorrow, please put it in the chat. I want you to come, with a fresh, view to learn, enthusiasm to learn the new skills. So thank you so much, guys. And there is one doubt put by, who is that? YAML file. Okay. Sir, this YAML file is explaining development. Okay, fine. Okay. This is a YAML file which is talking about a small deployment called Spring Boot app. It is talking about some 3 replicas have to be spin up. And where is the image? Image is latest, but it has to give the proper port. So basically, Abdul, this is called a manifest file. We will talk about Kubernetes manifest files at length, why it is called a deployment, why there are something called spec, why it is template, what is a container, how we are giving a name of the image, okay, and why it is everything of each and every line item here. What you are seeing, even including labels and match labels, we will discuss at length when we deal with our course. So don't worry, Abdul, we will deal everything. Okay, class ended. Abanga, I'll share my personal mail at the end of the at the end of it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your time. Tomorrow we will have our queries. Sorry, Hannah and others who have raised your hands. Tomorrow we will take your queries. Okay. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow at the same time. I have shared the links. Please join the WhatsApp group for all the information. From today onwards, you will get the intimation in this WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.